Okay, this is kind of like a lazy opening to a video because I normally like to do those little intros, but I just wanted to quickly make this video. Well, not quickly, it's going to be close to half an hour. It's all centered around this one specific mission, and this is Black Ops 6. I just got it last night, and I was actually thoroughly enjoying the single player up until this mission popped up, which I initially thought was going to be pretty cool, which was you open up a FOB by taking out an initial objective, and then some friendlies come in, they set up a base of operations, you get a nice assortment of weapons and gadgets to choose from, gear, and kind of equip yourself for the road ahead. And it actually got me pretty hyped, but when I quickly got to the first objective, which was a side objective, and it's just helping some friendlies, and by the way, this mission is supposed to take place during the very early beginnings of Operation Desert Storm. I think they said it's 2 weeks into the operation, and we're supposed to take out some Scud launchers to raid one of Saddam Hussein's palaces. It's a pretty neat little tie-in, considering it's supposed to be a Black Ops, but you are infiltrating this region as supposedly Delta Force operatives. I'm not going to get into the whole shtick of it. I just wanted to talk about how this mission plays. And after doing the first side objective, rescuing that helicopter, it quickly got very, very boring. As you can see here, I went to several points of interest. I did the whole lower half of this map had already been completed, which was about 25 minutes or so of playtime, because a lot of that is just traveling to different points on this map, and there is nothing going on in between each objective and side objective and specific points of interest on the map. It's very dead, very barren. I don't know if it's supposed to be because you're in the desert or whatever, but it's a very lifeless mission. There's not much going on. There is no background music up until you get to an objective where there's a whole bunch of enemies happening, and then the music kicks in. Otherwise, it's so dead. And the squad banter, there's not enough squad banter going on. It's not really squad banter. There's talking about the mission and such, so it's kind of bland. And the mission just before this was actually pretty fun, and then you go straight into this. The previous mission felt like an actual Black Ops mission. You get all sorts of different routes on how you want to complete. If you want to stealth your way in, well, I mean, you have to actually stealth your way in, but there's several different ways you can complete each of the different objectives in that previous mission, which I thought was pretty cool. It does add some replayability to it. This mission, I never want to touch this mission again. It is so boring. I think this is worse than Modern Warfare 3's version of their single players, where they were I don't want to say reskin, but reusing assets from the Warzone maps and then condensing all of it into a small little open, open world type of mission where you kind of get to choose your path and your route. Those are boring. This, I think, is worse. I initially said in this recording that it was actually better, but coming back to it and looking back at this footage, I think I would rather replay Modern Warfare 3's take on their reusing assets of Warzone. I haven't played multiplayer yet in Black Ops. I just want to do campaign first and see what it's like before going into multiplayer. Although I'm not big on Battle Royale. I hate Battle Royale games. I don't like the whole idea of being playing in a last team standing or a last man standing kind of situation. I just like to die, respawn, and get back into the action right away. I don't want to die and then have to back out of the game, wait for who knows how long to get queued up into the next game. It doesn't work. At least in my opinion, battle royals don't work, but that's a whole different thing. It's just the way this mission is set up, how spread out the three main objectives are, which are the Scud launchers. It's so taxing on playtime. It's just it's artificially it's artificially extending the playtime and the amount of time you're going to be spending on this mission. And you can see here, this is another issue I'm kind of having, is these mini lockpick games. I don't know why you can't just shoot these locks open. You actually have to again, go through something that is being artificially increasing the playtime. I don't know if this is telling us that they're telling me that the campaign is short. It doesn't feel short. I think I've already spent more time on on Black Ops 6 campaign than I did in Modern Warfare 3's campaign. I think I completed Modern Warfare 3's campaign in just shy of 3 hours, and that was with kind of exploring the maps. This one, they try to incentivize you with each side objective. Completing a side objective will net you a special reward. Like the first one is go and save some Marines who were in a helicopter. They got shot down. Now they're trying to defend against a whole bunch of enemies and a couple tanks and all that. And if you help them, they'll reward you with a airstrike kill streak that you can use throughout this mission, as well as the final half of this mission, which is raiding Saddam's palace itself. And then there's another side objective where you complete that, and if you explore the area enough, you'll find a mortar strike that you can use. And then if you do another side objective in here, which is taking out a few SAM sites, you'll get rewarded with a chopper gunner kill streak. So that is pretty cool, but again, not enough to incentivize other players who want to just get the missions over and done with. At the time of this recording, I already completed this. I think the entirety of this mission with the palace itself took me about an hour. And again, that was through these lockpicking mini games and the traveling with the car. A lot of artificial playtime that was not necessary. And this is one of those missions where I wish you could skip it, but you can if you ever want to replay the game. There are some good there is some good stuff in the first half of these missions before coming up to this mission specifically that will give you the replayability that you want in a single player game. But to replay this game or this mission itself, there is no replayability aspect in here. You're already given your choices. Do you want to go in guns blazing, or do you want to stealth your way through it? There really is only two options. And then, of course, depending on which type of objectives you completed, you can use those kill streaks to quickly get these main objectives over and done with, which is what I kind of did here. I did try to do some more exploration of this map, but I was kind of over it after doing this second Scud launcher. I just wanted to get to the main objective. I did take out one SAM site that was actually on the way to the final objective, so I had all three airstrikes with me, or not all three airstrikes, all three kill streaks with me when it came to raiding Saddam's palace. Overall, the campaign so far is very fun. Good amount, like I said, good amount of replayability. There's so many different ways you can tackle each objective. This map, it is definitely not it. If this was the map that they were wanting to introduce you to Black Ops 6, I bet there would be far less people interested in the single player part of it. So it's a good thing they opened up, I think, with, what was it, the White House level, showing Adler going off, ramping over some police in a dirt bike. That's a good way to get people invested into wanting to try out the story. If it had anything to do with this mission, it's definitely not it. Or as they say, this is not it, Chief. Very boring. The mission after this, though, very strange. Had to do with zombies. It kind of took away from the Black Ops experience, so I don't know if they were just trying to tie in the zombies mode or something, but again, a little bit strange. That mission itself was kind of mid, but whatever's, not talking about that. I really don't want to see future Call of Duties with this type of game design ever again. These open world missions just aren't working. I know they tried this version of the open world mission differently than obviously how with the lazy way they did it in Modern Warfare 3. Again, there is some incentives to go and find these side objectives and do them if you want to have some more opportunity in how you take out large groups of enemies in the next mission. But me personally, I never want to see this type of mission again. I think it's best just to just stick to the best Call of Duty formula, which is scripted sequences, linear-ish levels, and overall just very, very thematic, very cinematic experiences. This mission had none of it. It did not feel like a Call of Duty mission at all. It didn't even feel like a Battlefield mission. And Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 had some large open-ish missions to free roam-ish kind of. But those were far more enjoyable than whatever Call of Duty's been trying to do with these open world missions. They just don't work. Yeah, granted, you can go and do your own thing, but Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint does the open world formula obviously far better than Call of Duty's attempt at it between Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6. I'm really hoping this is the only open world-esque level that there is in the campaign. I don't know how far I am into the campaign, but this is, I think, like the 7th or 8th mission in, I believe. So it's got some length to it. I'm really hoping it doesn't end on a final level like this. Anyway, that's kind of just what I wanted to leave my remarks on. I don't know if other people out there who already played the single player feel the same way about this mission. It's a good campaign overall. It's just this mission has none of the Black Ops-esque themes to it. It doesn't have the Call of Duty themes to it. There is no thematic sequences happening. There's no scripted sequences happening. It's very bland. I don't know why it's here with the lock-picking mini games that you have to do for each of the chests that you can find in this mission, and having to travel by car. That's way too much artificial extension of playtime that we don't need. So I think I'll just end it there. Yeah, I'll just leave the rest of this video because I was recording over it. I'd honestly say, just if you've already watched this far, maybe, just call it quits on the video, because the rest of this video is just about as boring as the recording and talking over it is. I was getting sleepy trying to play this mission. So anyway, you all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the video or not, I don't care. I'll see you in the next one. The gunplay feels pretty solid though. I kind of wish I played that I would have played Cold War, but I'm not sure why I didn't get around to playing. The gunplay in that game looked really solid compared to, what was it, Modern Warfare, the first one at the time, the 2019 version. I'm gonna do this again. Okay. Yeah, there is no parachute in here, so you can't just jump off any ledge. There is a fast travel in here. I could just fast travel back to my to the vehicle that we used to get around the map, but to do that you got to get out of combat. So maybe I can just run away for a bit. I'm hoping that it'll end combat. Okay, so now you can just fast travel back to the truck. The car. Let's see. I'm just gonna skip that. So there's one of the side objectives in this mission. One of many is take out these SAM outposts, and there's 3 in total, I believe. This is the final one, so if I take this out, I'll get helo support for the final portion of this mission after I take out the remaining Scud launcher. So I might just do that.
Looks like they've been calling in some friends.
The plans are falling apart. Someone was bound to complain.
The squad banter is kind of, I think it's reminiscent of Mass Effect Andromeda's squad banter when you were exploring planets in the rover or whatever it was.
That's it.
But I don't know. I think the squad banter could be a little bit better. Park and Adler are on this team right now, and and they almost feel like strangers to each other. I know that they were part of that team from Cold War, but they just kind of almost seem like strangers this time around. So I don't know exactly where the timeline for Black Ops 6 takes place. can't really say much on it considering I didn't play anything since Black Ops 1. So here's the other one. Mortar Strike is basically the same as in other Call of Duties.
Target marked.
And just call that a day. Nope, didn't want to do that. Oh, I wasted it.
Get back to the layout. Reports say they may be also away.
Layup is the
Find me when you get here.
FOB for this
There we
mission.
go. Good to see you, mates. Captain's waiting in the cave.
Any word? None. Enemy forces won't check out. Copy. Prep for contact.
I kind of like the loadout.
There you are. I got something for you. Nice work on those SAM sites. We've pulled the tiger's tail now. Got the helo ready to go. Call it in when ready.
Oh, it's a chopper gun.
Converging on our position.
Call it in.
Chopper
Short
gun.
work of the buggers.
Chainsaw 3-2 coming in hot.
The minigun sounds terrible, actually. I also can't aim the helicopter. I kind of don't like that.
Chainsaw 3-2, need to refuel.
If I were a betting man, I'd wait till the Iraqis would try that again.
Okay. Yeah, gunplay sounds good. A lot of the guns sound pretty good. Oh man, that minigun sounded awful. So we'll just do the final portion of this mission.
Diesel 2-1 in the air, looking for target.
Someone forgot their boat.
I was wondering where I left that.
Probably been here for years.
Oh, maybe
Orange
there's something
smoke out
here.
there, Case.
Nope. I remember not to press
Approaching the
E.
layout.
I'm hoping the next mission after this is a lot more enjoyable, because it needs to go from fun to, or it needs to go from boring to fun.
And the old group is doing human experiments. I'd like to find out more.
The only thing I'll say about this mission is I actually like the fact that they give us a vehicle to use to get around the world, rather than having to run from point A to point Z.
That looks like a checkpoint.
Yes, cutting off the SAS supply route.
A Pantheon camp. Wouldn't want them to be too comfortable out here.
Exchanging fire!
That's a minigun. What was it? 3 to change. 3 to change.
Chainsaw 3-2 available.
Just
for
use
deployment.
the airstrike.
Vehicle inbound.
That's the gun. That's the gunner. So that's what I like about this. About that airstrike is it actually does highlight the priority targets. So that's cool. Not enough to make me ever want to replay this mission ever again.
I believe that's it.
Okay, so I did not mean to actually find all 4 recordings, but it looks like I have. Which is actually the main objective, or it's the main challenge. So each mission will have a challenge. You complete those challenges. On top of completing the mission, you'll get a special reward that you can use in multiplayer. I think this is for a blueprint for a DMR, I believe.
Mortar strike at the ready.
Again, the lockpicking minigame in here it's artificial. It should not even be in here. Just let me shoot the lock.
8-4. Patient A is deceased. Patient B broke free of his restraints, strangled his brother, and killed himself. I thought I was prepared for this after the incident 10 years ago. I don't know. Tomorrow we start over. Inhalation only. Results to follow.
Their experiment failed.
We don't know when this was. One experiment failed of what, possibly dozens of trials?
Let's hope any future experiments went as bad as that last one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's grab our wheels.
Okay, now find the SAS guy, get the intel, which I'm assuming is for the Scud launcher, and then hopefully the second half of this mission is
Check it out, palm trees.
much more fun.
The date, impressive work, everyone. Glad we've wiped out all the enemy encampments.
Oh, I could kiss you, Park.
That was unexpected.
On your right.
Iraqis nearby.
Might alert someone.
One of Gladney's scouts.
Yeah, this mission's
Welcome to the Oasis.
just as boring as this recording.
If you want to meet.
Can't really say much other than what I said earlier in the beginning.
Delta in the flesh. Come on, I can show you what we're dealing with.
See more security here too.
That's risky. That'll blow your cover.
So you can see they're giving you little audio cues to let you know whether or not that's your potential stealth kill is going to be a good idea. And in this case, it's not. And I can't use my teammates to mark enemies to do a sync kill like in Ghost Recon. So there are no audio cues, which means these are free.
Nice shot.
So I gotta go way out there. I don't think I'm close enough to use the airstrike.
Don't pull that trigger.
That'll blow your cover.
Okay, maybe I'm close enough to use the airstrike. Oh, the airstrike is still on cooldown. And I'll just use this as an
We're
opportunity to
going
move
all
up.
out to defend this last Scud.
So here is a good example of how you can how the game is going to will let you tackle the objectives in this open world. So you can stealth your way all the way up there, plant a C4, or go from range with the RCXD, or use any of your bonus kill streaks if you got them by doing the side objectives and such. So I have options, and my option right now is to just use the airstrike, or I can just go in
Now see him go down.
with an RC.
That's risky. Might be out of range.
Let's see here. Okay, that's showing me that that guy almost noticed me. So there is stealth detection in this game. It's not the greatest, but it does satisfy your want if you want to do a stealth gameplay.
Ready to boom and zoom.
Okay, so I'm close enough. Airstrike's ready. Just gonna use that.
Bomb out.
Two priority targets, but main target is the Scud launchers.
That'll get them worked up. Let's move.
So we're undetected still? No, we're not. Or maybe we are. Nope, they're shooting at us. Although technically I'm not in combat. Yeah, I'm not.
did we leave that thing?
I wasn't in combat. Okay, so yeah, we weren't detected then. So now what? I go to the tank? Oh no, go. That one's taken care of. Oh no, I'm in combat. Okay, I'll just leave the mission area then.
Whenever you're ready, Case, we'll head back to the layup. You can have the honor of informing Gladney in person.
Okay, so this slog is finally over.
We're just getting warmed up, right?
So let's see what happens.
Need something?
The dialogue options are still back, but I haven't seen anything that will affect the choices overall. This is just kind of, you know, extending the dialogue options you can get. I'm familiar that this is a Cold War thing. So I can finish it, I can talk to him about this stuff, but yeah, we'll just finish the mission.
Now that's out of the way, if you're ready to move on that palace, I'll notify my men. We go in now, we go in with what we have. You sure?
Yeah, I did. I have the airstrike, I got the mortar, I got the helicopter support, so yeah, those were the three main side objectives. And I got the recording, so yeah,
I'll
we're
give the
good.
word.
Hopefully the next mission is not the same though. I just want it to be guns blazing Call of Duty.
We're getting into this palace fast and getting out.
This palace is taking place during Desert Storm though, so that's kind of a cool thing.
Roger that, Jackal 1. You're not sticking around for tea.
Probably dreadful anyway.
We're looking for a bunker. Our best guess is that we can access it on the far side of the grounds.
We'll see you through. After that, it's up to Talon 1 to lift us all out in one piece.
That's my preference.
So let's get to it then. We're nearly there.
Alright, we'll end it here.